If you wake up every morning feeling like life is moving, but you're not really moving forward, if you have goals, dreams, and good intentions, but at the end of the day it still feels like nothing truly changed, then this video is for you. Because the truth is, life doesn't change all at once. It changes in the small things you do every single day, the habits no one applauds, the choices no one sees, the moments where you decide whether you'll stay the same, or slowly become the person you were meant to be. And the best part is, transforming your life doesn't always require a huge opportunity, a perfect plan, or some dramatic breakthrough. Sometimes, all it takes is a few simple daily habits that quietly reshape the way you think, the way you act, and the way you live. These are not habits for perfect people. They're not only for CEOs, athletes, or motivational speakers. These are habits for real people, people who feel stuck, distracted, tired, overwhelmed, and still want more from life. So in this video, I'm going to share 7 daily habits that can genuinely transform your life, mentally, emotionally, physically, and even spiritually, if you practice them consistently. And I want you to stay with me until the end, because sometimes just one habit can become the turning point that changes everything. The first habit is simple, but incredibly powerful. Don't touch your phone first thing in the morning. Think about how most people start their day. The alarm goes off, and before they've even fully opened their eyes, they grab their phone. Notifications, messages, social media, emails, news, reels. And within seconds, their mind is no longer calm or focused. It's already reacting to the world. That's the problem. When you start your day with your phone, you begin your morning in reaction mode. You're not leading your day, you're letting outside noise lead it for you. The first few minutes after waking up are some of the most important moments of the day. That's when your mind is fresh. That's when your energy is clean. That's when you have the best chance to set the tone for everything that follows. So make a simple rule. For the first 30 minutes after waking up, stay away from your phone. Use that time for yourself. Drink water, sit in silence, stretch, pray, journal, breathe deeply. Write down your priorities for the day. Do anything that reminds your mind, I am in control of how this day begins. This one habit can make you calmer, more focused, and more intentional. Because if you win your morning, you have a much better chance of winning your day. The second habit is to write down your goals every day. Most people say they want a better life. They want to get healthier, build a business, make more money, become more disciplined, or feel more confident. But the problem is they keep those goals inside their head. And goals that stay only in your head often stay only in your imagination. Your mind is powerful, but it's also messy. It gets distracted. It changes priorities. It forgets what truly matters. That's why writing down your goals every day is so important. When you write something down, you make it real. You remind your brain what matters. You train your attention to focus on what you actually want instead of drifting through the day. Every morning, take just 5 to 10 minutes and write down what kind of life you want to create, what your most important goal is right now, and what one thing you can do today to move closer to it. That's it. You don't need a perfect journal. You don't need a fancy system. You just need clarity. Because successful people are not always the most talented people, but they are often the people who stay clear about their direction. And when your direction is clear, even small daily steps become powerful. The third habit is to move your body every single day. A lot of people think they need more motivation, but sometimes what they really need is more movement. When your body feels heavy, tired, sluggish, and weak, your mind often feels the same way. You become less focused, less confident, less productive, and more emotionally drained. That's why one of the most life-changing habits you can build is this. Move your body every single day. And no, this doesn't mean you need to spend 2 hours in the gym. It doesn't mean you need to become a fitness expert. It simply means you stop treating your body like it doesn't matter. Go for a 20-minute walk. Do some stretching in your room. Do a short workout at home. Take the stairs. Dance. Run. Lift. Move. Because movement does more than improve your body. It clears stress. It boosts your mood. It sharpens your focus. It improves your energy. And most importantly, it sends a message to yourself. I care about myself enough to take care of my body. And once you start respecting your body, you often start respecting your life in a deeper way too. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't say, I'll start next Monday. Start with 10 minutes today. Transformation begins with consistency, not intensity. The fourth habit is to learn something every day. If you want your life to grow, your mind has to grow first. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking that learning ends after school or university. But the truth is, the people who keep growing in life are the people who never stop learning. You don't have to spend hours studying every day. Even 15 to 20 minutes of intentional learning can change the way you think. Read a few pages of a good book, listen to a podcast, watch a lecture, learn a skill that can improve your life, communication, business, health, faith, money, discipline, creativity, anything that makes you stronger and wiser. Think about it. If you learn just one useful idea every day, that's 365 new ideas in a year. And one new idea can change the way you make decisions forever. Learning keeps your mind alive. It opens possibilities. It gives you better tools to handle life. It prevents you from becoming mentally stagnant. An empty mind fills itself with stress, comparison, and negativity. But a growing mind fills itself with perspective, solutions, and purpose. If you want a better future, feed your mind better information. The fifth habit is to do the hardest important task first. There's usually one thing in your day that matters the most, the task you keep avoiding, the thing that feels uncomfortable, difficult, or mentally heavy. The phone call, the workout, the project, the decision, the difficult conversation, the work that actually moves your life forward. And most people keep postponing it. Why? Because it's easier to do the small, easy things first. It's easier to scroll, to clean, to check messages, to stay busy without doing what really matters. But if you want to transform your life, you need this habit. Do the hardest important task first, before the distractions, before the excuses, before the low energy part of your day kicks in. Because every time you face the difficult thing instead of avoiding it, you build self-respect. You prove to yourself that you are someone who can handle discomfort, someone who can keep promises to yourself, someone who doesn't run from the things that matter. And that changes everything. At the end of each day, ask yourself, what is the one most important thing I need to do tomorrow? Write it down. And when tomorrow comes, start there. That one habit can dramatically increase your productivity, confidence, and discipline. The sixth habit is to guard your self-talk. One of the most powerful voices in your life is the voice inside your own head. And for many people, that voice is brutal. I'm not good enough. I always fail. I can't do this. I'm too late. People like me never succeed. What's the point of trying? Now think about that for a second. If someone followed you around all day and spoke to you the way you sometimes speak to yourself, would you want that person in your life? Probably not. And yet many people live every day with constant negative self-talk and then wonder why they feel anxious, weak, and unmotivated. Your words matter. Not just the words you say out loud, but the words you repeat silently in your own mind. So make it a daily habit to catch your negative self-talk and replace it with something stronger and more truthful. When your mind says, I can't do this, replace it with, this is hard, but I can learn. When it says, I'm not disciplined, replace it with, I'm becoming more disciplined one day at a time. When it says, I always mess things up, replace it with, I'm still growing and I can do better next time. This is not fake positivity. This is mental training. You are teaching your brain how to respond to difficulty. And the way you speak to yourself will either build your future or slowly destroy your confidence. Protect your inner voice, because the conversation you have with yourself every day becomes the foundation of the life you build. And the seventh habit is to reflect every night before you sleep. This habit is simple but incredibly powerful. Before you go to bed each night, take just 5 minutes to reflect on your day. Ask yourself 3 questions. What did I do well today? Where did I waste time, energy, or focus? What can I do better tomorrow? That's it. No need for a perfect journal. No need for a long routine. Just honesty. Why is this habit so powerful? Because reflection creates awareness, and awareness creates change. A lot of people stay stuck for years because they never pause long enough to actually look at how they're living. They just repeat the same patterns over and over again. Same distractions, same excuses, same mistakes, same regrets. But the person who reflects every night becomes more conscious. They begin to notice what drains them, what helps them, what matters, and what needs to change. And little by little, they stop living on autopilot. They start living with intention. That's where transformation really begins. Now, if you step back and look at these 7 habits together, they may seem simple. Don't start your day with your phone, write down your goals, move your body, learn something new, do the hardest important task first, guard your self-talk, reflect every night. None of these habits are flashy. None of them will make you look instantly successful on social media. But if you practice them consistently, they can completely reshape your mindset, your discipline, your energy, and your future. Because life doesn't change in one dramatic moment. It changes in the quiet daily decisions you make when no one is watching. And the truth is, the life you want is not built by motivation alone. It's built by habits, by structure, by repetition, by choosing what matters over what feels easy. So don't try to do all 7 perfectly starting tomorrow. That's not the goal. The goal is to start. Pick just 2 habits from this list, just 2, and commit to them for the next 30 days. Because if you change what you do every day, you eventually change who you become. And one day, people will look at your life and say, "Wow, you've changed so much." But what they won't see is this. It wasn't one big moment. It was the small daily habits, the quiet discipline, the private choices, the days you kept going even when no one noticed. That's how transformation happens. Not overnight, but daily. And if you start today, your future self may look back at this moment as the day everything began.